Hey everybody, welcome to Reading, Writing, and Arithmetic. My name is Jan Harris and I'm the Superintendent of Dade County Schools. And with me today we have the Principal of Dade Middle School, Dr. Sandra Spivey. And we have two of our beautiful, talented teachers here today. Dr. Spivey, do you want to introduce the teachers?
I would love to. This is Gabrielle Haston, and she is our chorus teacher not only for the middle school but also at the high school, and then Miss Jessica Wilson, who teaches drama and theater. And I know since I've been in Dade County, I've commented to Dr. Harris many times about how fortunate, especially for the middle school, because I've seen many middle schools that don't have these course offerings even, how fortunate we are not only to have the four branches of the arts, I say, with theater, band, chorus, and then the visual arts, but also the quality of our teachers. I've told her over and over again, I have been just so impressed and amazed with these ladies, and then Mr. Chance too, the job that they do. So I wanted to showcase two of our teachers and their programs today and let them they've got a lot going on. So.
It's the middle school day. Today's middle school.
That's
We're
right.
focused on middle school, but you know, we have a premier arts program.
Very much
I mean, stellar. And we were doing STEAM before people even knew what STEAM stood for with the arts. So we got some exciting things that have happened recently and that are going to happen. So who's starting first to tell us some of these
Ms.
good
Haston,
things?
why don't you share some things that have been going on, plans for coming up the rest of the year and even next year?
Yes, ma'am. We've had a really busy year. I was speaking with one of the parents at the 6th grade statewide last week, and she was like, how many events? And we stopped counting when we got to 25 that we've already done this year. So they're doing a great job. The biggest thing that we did last semester with the middle school was we had our 8th grade chorus that performed as part of a 1,000-voice mass youth choir in the Nashville Christmas Parade. And we were invited to perform in that, and so that's a pretty big deal to receive an invitation. It wasn't something we applied for even. And then in early January, that same 8th grade chorus performed as the Mox National Anthem singer for a doubleheader game at the UTC McKenzie Arena, and that was amazing. We received a thank you letter from their coordinator last week that said that they had received some very positive feedback from their biggest fans. So those fans that go to the games regularly and hear all of the National Anthem singers made a special point to talk about our kids and how great that they were.
And you were invited
Yes.
to that. You didn't apply.
We didn't apply for that either. So I tell the kids, you got a reputation. Like people are hearing about you and how great that you are and wanting you to come and perform. And then this last weekend, we took 3 of our middle school 6th graders who auditioned through in-class auditions last October to perform at the Classic Center at UGA's campus through the Georgia Music Educators Association's 6th grade statewide honor chorus. And so we had 3 students represented there out of 800 singers that were there. So each choir was about 400, and they had a blast, and they represented Dade Middle School so well, and we're so proud of how hard that they worked to get there, because they had to learn all their music beforehand and only had 3 rehearsals before they were doing a major performance.
In French?
They did not do a French piece, but they did have a couple pieces in Latin.
Okay.
But
I remember coming in one day and they were practicing.
Yes,
I couldn't remember.
our 8th grade chorus is going to compete. 6th, 7th, and 8th grade will be competing in mid-March for our large group performance evaluation, and the 8th grade chorus is doing a French piece. So when they finally mastered their French, we had a French culture day, and I brought them croissants, and they had little cups of espresso.
We could have observed that day, Dr. Spivey.
I'm sorry, I did not know.
I know. That would have been a fun day to observe, class.
Espressoed up middle students.
What's your pen? Is that from the...
This is from the Georgia Leadership Symposium that I went to in January. It's my 2nd year as our District 7 choral co-chair, and so I participated in that, and it says I teach more than music, because when any of the arts. It's not just about the subject area, it's about teaching the whole student. So one of the kids noticed it the other day and said, "Does that mean you're certified?" I said, "No, it means I teach soul too." Like, it's just not just the notes on the page. It's about teamwork and collaboration and gaining confidence. It's more than just music.
And any upcoming events that you want to tell
Yes,
about?
we do. We have a lot of things going on. March 12th is our large group performance festival concert. And so that will be held at the high school in the auditorium. It will feature the 6th, 7th, 8th, and both the high school choirs. And we have two judges, two educators coming in to evaluate our kids and give us that kind of like practice run before we actually go to the large group performance evaluation the next week, March 19th, 20th, and 21st. So March is Music in Our Schools month, and so we're going to be singing all over the place in March.
And at the end of the school year, Miss Haston is very involved. This will be my first time to experience it, but in coordinating a talent show for our students. You want to tell a little bit about that?
Part of our spring spectacular at the middle school. We end the day with the talent show, and the kids show off all kinds of talents, singing, solos, small groups. The choirs usually perform, but then we also have kids doing skits and doing lip sync and all kinds of different talents. We actually had some spoken word where a student wrote a speech about competence last year. It's really amazing, and it's really cool to see them jump out of their comfort zone like that, because it is difficult to get up and do that in front of your entire middle school student body. But our kids have been really supportive of kids getting up on the stage, and it's just really great. It's a reminder that at Dade Middle we're like a family.
And I told her I love that they have one more opportunity to explore some of the things that they're interested in outside of their academic classes, and have an opportunity to perform in front of their peers as they get more confidence before they head into choosing maybe an area they're particularly interested in the high school.
Exactly.
So
it's really interesting to me because the kids, like, it's as soon as Christmas is over, then it's, when's the talent show? When's the talent show? When are we going to sign up for the talent show? So they're already really excited about it.
And she does such a great job of organizing and coordinating and working with our kids and encouraging their talent. So I really appreciate that
Thank
about
you.
her.
Now, when you went to Disney World
Yes,
in
ma'am.
December, was that just the high school, or did you have any middle school?
It was just the high
Just the
school.
high school. But they have activities like that to look forward to.
Exactly. They're very excited about it. When we were talking about where we would like to travel next year, they were like, "Are we going to Disney again?" I was like, "Well, we don't usually go 2 years in a row, but we'll see." But yes, it's just a high school. It's just for high school, 9th through 12th grade, and that was an amazing experience for our kids too. That is something that we apply for, but it's a pretty strenuous audition process. So it's not like they just let anybody in for that too. So our kids are awesome and talented, and I always say I teach the best kids in the school because they work so hard.
Well, you know, Dr. Spivey and I are math teachers. I would say former, but I think if you have been, then you are.
Once a math teacher, always a math teacher.
Yes, I mean, I'm always happy to correct someone if they give the incorrect change or something like that. You know, I can't help myself. But I believe the research is clear that students who are involved in music perform better in math class. Is that right, Dr. Spivey?
That's what I've always seen. Lots of research that shows how they just go hand in hand. So the arts really impact not only, as you said, you teach the soul, the whole
Yeah.
child, but really has a direct impact on student achievement in the core subject areas. Definitely math and music. So
Exactly. The research says they have higher SAT and ACT scores. They have lower dropout rates, and even in addition to that, they have, even as adults, they have a much lower percentage of any kind of drug or alcohol addiction or depression or dealing with any kind of mental illness. That music really does. I mean, it does heal the soul. Like it's a pretty powerful thing.
Well, and you know what I always say? I want everyone to sing on their way to work. You've heard me say that.
Yes, ma'am.
I do. I sing almost every single morning in the car on the way to work. I love to sing. Singing does, I think it's therapeutic. It's fun. It's uplifting. And I know I enjoy it. And, you know, something that really impresses me about Dade County is that the people here support through their tax dollars and with their presence and their efforts, you know, to have a well-rounded extracurricular program for our students. I mean, it's athletics, band, choral, art, theater, and you don't find that everywhere. I mean, I think that the citizens here are to be applauded for providing such a stellar, you know, array of offerings for our deserving students.
And not only that, but when there are performances, they participate and show up. We're about to outgrow the auditorium at the high school. I know we had to bring in lots of extra chairs, which is a good problem to have. So we appreciate that kind of support as well. But we are so fortunate. My experience over the years has been that it is very unusual, particularly at middle school, but for many high schools even, to have this kind, first of all, these offerings, this number of offerings, and then the quality of the opportunities for kids. And one of the things I really appreciate about Miss Haston, too, with her chorus students is, you know, she's not just looking for students who think they have a talent in that area. She wants to help them, you know, explore and develop a talent. So, so kids who might say, oh, I can't sing, that doesn't scare her away.
It
doesn't. Cody's given us the sign, it's time for a break, and who knows, when you come back, we might have some acting and some singing. So stay tuned.
Georgia Northwestern Technical College is now accepting applications for classes. We offer programs in business, health, industrial, and public service at 6 campus locations with financial aid options as well. Take day, evening, or online classes to get your degree, diploma, or certificate. Apply now. Drop by one of our campuses today or check us out at gntc.edu. Georgia Northwestern Technical College. Get focused. Get hired.
The Dade County school system continues to put the safety of students first. That's why the Love the Bus Elementary campaign rolls on. Love the Bus is designed to teach students the importance of safety, respect, and proper bus etiquette. As we continue to enhance efforts of safety for our students, we'd like to have you as part of our team. If you're considering a career as a bus driver, call the Dade County Schools Transportation Department at 706-657-7053 today. Part-time hours with full-time benefits as a bus driver for the Dade County school system.
Come enjoy pizza for lunch or dinner in a family-friendly atmosphere at Stevie B's Pizza in Fort Payne. Enjoy the buffet and salad bar anytime or have a specialty pizza made to order. At Stevie B's, take advantage of 2 Stamp Tuesday for adult and senior buffets and Thirsty Thursdays when drinks are free after 4 p.m. Take out any medium pizza weekdays between 2 and 5 for just $4.49. And on the weekends, take out any 2 large pizzas just $14.99. Book your parties now by calling Stevie B's at 256-979-1234. Stevie B's Pizza, 2200 Galt Avenue North, Fort Payne. Can you gig it? Oh, yes, you can. We know you've been waiting for a long time, and now Tennessee Valley Net is bringing it to you. Gigabit internet service now available in certain areas of Dade County. Not just fast, super fast internet service now available from Tennessee Valley Net. People are talking, I mean really smiling about gig speed internet available in limited areas from Tennessee Valley Net. Call today at 706-657-4367 or log on at tvn.net and see if gig speed is available where you are. We know you'll gig it from Tennessee Valley Net.
When you need a licensed plumber, call Stacy Ledwell and the staff at Mr. Reuter in Scottsboro. Mr. Reuter provides your home or business with advanced solutions using high-tech equipment. Our commitment to customer satisfaction shines through in our personalized service. When you schedule an appointment, our professionals will dedicate time to explain the work that has to be done. Our staff will give you upfront pricing, so you'll know exactly what's involved before any work begins. We even pump septic tanks and do new construction on houses. Fully licensed, bonded, and insured, Mr. Reuter in Scottsboro. Call Stacy Ledwell today to set up an appointment at 256-574-4710.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Reading, Writing, and Arithmetic. And wow, we've got some talented ladies in the house today, and we've been learning about music and choral at the middle school. And Dr. Spivey, we're so glad you're here with us leading the school this year. And now Miss Wilson. Singing is part of theater.
Yes, it is. That is true. It is spring, so we are focused on our spring musical right now. And we have a few middle school students involved in our spring musical at the high school
They're
this year.
very excited.
Oh, they are so excited. Every day they come running to my room. Do we have rehearsal today? I'm like, look at your schedule. You have it, you know. We just want to make sure. So we have 3 actors who are a part of the ensemble, and then we have one middle school girl who is playing one of the principal roles, a little Inez. And the music, it's so much fun. It's such a great, heartfelt story, and the kids are all so engaged, and they're having such a blast with it. So we have theater at the middle school and the high school. So the middle school program feeds into the high school program. But it's great that they can be a part of a high school play before they get there, so they get a little taste of it. And it's great to watch them just fall in love with theater when they get to be part of the big productions at the high school.
We've had several students this year who've come to me, or I'll be talking to them about other things, and they'll tell me that just they didn't realize they would have an interest, but their exposure by being in Miss Wilson's class, they realized this is something I'm really interested in, or I'm very good at this, or I want to continue with this through high school. So I think it's great that they get that introduction at the middle school.
Yeah, give them a little taste. You know, statistically, people fear public speaking actually more than death. And so sometimes it just takes getting up in front of a group of people who you've known maybe forever and saying a few lines and not dying and realizing this isn't so bad, I can do this. And then they have this feeling that they can do anything. You feel infinite when you get up and you conquer that fear. And if they leave my room learning that they're so much more capable than they realize,
Absolutely.
that'll be great. It's like music feeds the soul, and theater feeds your spirit and your confidence.
And then Dylan Gibson, who's our senior this year, he is one of those students when he was in middle school, was when we added theater to the middle school. And he has said many times that if he had not had Miss Wilson's class in middle school, he never would have even dreamed about signing up for drama. And now he's been the lead in multiple plays, or a high supporting role. And he's amazing. And it all started in middle school in Miss Wilson's class.
7th grade. It's been his whole life, and that's his identity as a person now. He's a theater kid.
Yeah.
And I have so many kids like that. We form a family with each other. And
I told him one day at lunch at the high school, I said, don't let this go to your head, but I really think you could make it. I do. I think you could make it as an actor. You know? I said, but you still get your education.
Yes.
You have a back. Do y'all make all those costumes? I mean, tell us about that.
We make some of them. Some of them we purchase. I thrift store shop all the time. Some things are from my own closet. And we have wonderful parents who also sew and help. Carrie Dupree, who works at the middle school.
Yes,
she's an ISS
she's
teacher.
talented.
She makes costumes. She made several costumes for Once Upon a Mattress. And she made all these beautiful medieval dresses and men's suits that we'll use for years and years and years. And she's making a few costumes for this one as well. And she's amazing. I've had kids come in and say, well, I don't know if I can find a dress in time. I said, we'll find you one, don't worry. And they'll pull out one. Oh, my mom made this. Is it okay? Of course it's okay. You're amazing. Your mom's amazing.
Yeah.
So we have very supportive parents and a very supportive community. I mean, they come out in flocks to see all the shows, and the kids really, they work so hard, just like Miss Hastings was talking about with her kids. They love it. It becomes part of their identity to be an artist. And I tell them all the time, you know, Broadway doesn't own great theater. The Met doesn't own great paintings. Great art happens everywhere. It happens right over here in the Dade County Auditorium.
Yeah.
You mentioned about the costumes, the sets. You all have to work hard on that. There's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that happens.
Oh, yes.
And I know for the Singing in the Rain, you had an interesting story about how you acquired some of the set there.
Yes, we borrowed some pieces from a theater. Another high school actually lent us some things, and they contacted us. So the community around here really takes care of each other. And if they hear, oh, well, such and such is doing this show, and we have some pieces we could lend them, or even rent them, and they'll do it for a very good price. And so my dad's like MacGyver. He can do anything. He's helped build some of our set pieces, and he's made things for us and fixed problems that I thought were unfixable, and he comes in and spits on it and it works. But he and I drove down and we picked up the set pieces and brought them back, and the kids were really excited that we were borrowing set pieces from another school, and it just it makes the world a little smaller, brings people together.
And you have to actually rent the play
Yes, you
from
do.
Broadway.
Oh, yes.
And so it takes a lot of money to run these programs.
It does.
And so you have a lot of fundraisers and you have ticket sales and so forth. But
Yes.
people who are at home right now listening, they're probably thinking, well, how could I help?
Oh, they
I mean,
can.
What can they do?
They can. We're selling advertisements in our program, our playbill, and businesses can purchase an ad. They can purchase a full page, a quarter page, a half page, or just a single line. And they can mention their business in the line and their support for Dade County Theater and Fine Arts. And if you're just an individual person and you want to support the fine arts, you can also have your name, pay to have your name put in the program as a supporter of the fine arts. If you know someone in the play and you want to send them a little well wish, you can do that. Such and such supports Dylan Gibson in his wonderful acting career. If you want to support the entire theater department as a whole, Johnny May loves theater. Go Dade County Wolverine actors. You can do that. And if you want more information about that, you can email me at jessicawilson@dadecs.org, and I will send you all the information. And I'll be sending it out to all the teachers in the county as well.
Good, good. That's great to know. I know we have a lot of people who want to support, and I know you need lots of volunteers. Well, I remember we were at a program, I think it was Singing in the Rain, and we were there with the board chair, Carolyn Bradford, and I mean, there was not a seat in the house. Now, you've got some special seats
Yes, I
coming
do.
up.
So for our show this year, for Hairspray, we have a gold standard seating. So we will have a section of the auditorium roped off, and those seats are going to be extra special. They're the best seats in the house, and they're going to cost you a little bit more money to sit in. But all the money that we get from ticket sales just goes right back onto the stage. It goes into paying royalties for shows and costumes and sets and props. All of this just goes into more storytelling and better storytelling. The more money we make, the better the shows can be. So those seats will be $10, and then a regular general admission ticket is $5, and then tickets for children 12 and under are $2.50.
Very reasonable and totally worth it.
Yes.
I was so impressed with the production in
Thank
the
you.
fall. It was great.
They worked so
Lots
hard.
of fun.
And will you have a matinee on Saturday?
We will. Our shows are March 10th. May, I'm so sorry. Excuse me. The M. May 10th and 11th at 7 o'clock. Those are Thursday and Friday. May 12th, Saturday at 2:30. And then the following Friday and Saturday at 7 o'clock.
2 weeks.
2 weekends.
And refreshments?
Refreshments will be sold during intermission and before and after the show. We'll
We
have
like it.
snacks. Oh,
We
yeah.
like it.
Oh, yeah.
We want a whole experience.
And you'll get it. Come on down. See some
then-
Hairspray.
And afterward, the students will autograph the program.
Oh, yeah. We'll be lined up in the Commons. And it's not just students this year, it's also some teachers who will be in the show.
Is it a secret?
No, it doesn't have to be.
not a secret.
And not
Who?
a secret
Tell
anymore.
us, tell us.
Mr. Will Martin, who's the teacher at the middle school.
Oh, Mr. Will Martin.
He is going to be playing Corny Collins, the host of the
Oh,
Corny Collins
perfect.
show. He sings, he dances, he acts. He's going to do it all. And then also I'm going to be in the show.
What part are you playing?
I'm playing she's the villainous Velma Von Tussle.
Oh, yeah.
The station manager. So actually,
Yes,
Will and
we don't
I
like her.
We don't.
No.
Will and I will be at odds against each other in this production.
Yes.
But Will and I actually went to college together, and he was in the music
Know
department,
that.
and I was in the theater department, and we were in a couple of shows together.
Where did y'all go? Covenant?
UTC.
UTC.
We were all there. Chris and Heather were there at UTC right before us. So they graduated our freshman year.
Yeah.
And then Will and Jessica and I were all there at the same time.
But I never met Gabrielle
Yes.
until I came here.
Yes,
We were all
exactly.
circling around each other
Yeah.
using the same microwave.
Exactly. That's true.
Using the same microphone.
Floor.
On the same floor.
Same
yes.
microwave.
And Dr.
Fighting over that
Harris,
microwave.
listening to that, I was sitting here a few minutes ago reminding, not only are these wonderful teachers and wonderful programs, but they are so supportive of each other.
Yes.
Within the arts department, you
Oh, yeah.
might think that they could compete against each other for time, attention, whatever, but but they are so supportive of each other and helpful and really encourage students to get involved in each other's, and it all goes
I feel like
together.
we're each other's biggest fans.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll come to
I
art
love
shows.
that.
I bought art from Heidi's students
Yeah.
and come to concerts.
Exactly.
And everybody comes to the plays, and we love each other, and we want the kids to succeed, and we know that success through fostering community spirit through arts is an amazing process, and I want to be a part of it.
That's the story of the arts, is collaboration. And in the world that we live in, we need a little more collaboration.
We do. We really
that.
do. It's that interdependency that Stephen Covey talks about.
Exactly.
The 7 habits of highly effective people. You know, working together. I love that spirit. And, you know, again, the citizens of Dade County are so good to their children. We have a beautiful facility, newly remodeled. So we have new lights, new paint, new curtains
We do.
behind
I
the
love the curtains.
scrim,
Scrim, yes.
and new carpet, and new signage. And that's because of the SPLOST dollars that the citizens voted to appropriate for the children of Dade County. So. And we're good stewards of that money, and we want you to come out and see the high school and see our talented students in all of these productions at the middle school and the high school. Now, can people come, Dr. Spivey, for the talent show, or is that just parents and
This is
students?
going to be my first one here, but I know our students are involved, and she's nodding her head yes, so I'm guessing we invite people
We
from
do.
the
We
community to
invite.
come in.
We've definitely posted that we have parents who like take off the afternoon so they can make sure that they're there to see their baby get up there and do their talent.
Okay. Well, I want to be there. And do we have the date for that yet?
I do, and I
Okay.
can't remember off the top of my head. It's in May.
May
Okay.
18th.
I think that's right. I
yes,
think it's May
May
We have
18th.
a lot to look forward to.
Yes.
We have a big May.
Cody's given us a
Very
sign.
big.
We've got about another minute before we have to close down. So, are there any last minute things that going on at the middle school, Dr. Spivey?
Well, we're very
Anything else
busy.
you wanna-
We've talked several times about May, but we've got so many things coming up here. Tomorrow's March 1st, so March, April,
can't
and May.
believe it.
It's hard to believe that
I know.
we have really less than 3 months of school left. And just looking at the calendar, we're going to be very busy. You know, we've got athletic activities, lots of different things going on with the arts. Different programs. We'll have awards programs. We have testing coming
yes.
up.
Yay, testing. But we have new Chromebooks that
We
will help
do,
us with
Yes.
testing.
and we're very excited about that.
Yes, again, thanks to the citizens of Dade County
Yes.
Yes,
who
thank you.
always provide for our children. And we have spring break coming up. I know the students have got those dates circled on the calendar, the first week of April.
I think the teachers do
Oh,
also.
the teachers do too. And in our family, we've got a new little baby boy coming. My niece is having a little baby boy, so first week of April is very exciting for all of us. So anyway, and Cody is a graduate of Dade County Schools too, and a big fan. And so we just want to thank you all for joining in today on Reading, Writing, and Arithmetic, and come back and see us next Wednesday at 1 o'clock. We love to tell you about the good news of our students. Thank you, Dr. Spivey, Ms.
you, Dr.
Haston,
Harris.
Ms.
Thank
Wilson.
you.
Thank you, and congratulations. Thank you for your hard
Thank
work.
you.
Thank you so much.